Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all will be fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. To formally start our lecture, as our previous routine is to iterate our objectives of the course. The objective of our course are: number one is to develop a web based application, and number second is its deployment. And if we keep in our mind the objectives of our course, then we will check how much we are learning in each lecture for the accomplishment of our goals. Now let's start formally. The learning objectives of today's lecture are as follows. We will start from program, then programming and programming language. After that, what are the basic elements of any programming language, then what is the relationship between .NET framework and C# programming language, and why we are using C# programming language. Next, we will discuss the working of .NET with C# programming language. In our today's lecture, we also create our first program in C#. Now, before moving further, to recap what we have learned in our previous lecture. In previous lecture, we discussed introduction to .NET and working of .NET features, .NET components, common language runtime, components of CLR, class library. These are the topics that we have covered or discussed in our previous lecture. Now start our today's lecture. We have considered and used following online resources for the development and creation of this lecture. I also recommend to all of you, please follow these and any other online resource to develop your concepts regarding web application development. Computer programming. Before formally starting what is computer programming, we should know what is a program. As in the start of the lecture, in the start of the course, in the first lecture, we discussed what is a program to finalize the definition of web application. A program is a set of instruction that is provided to the computer to perform a specific task or to solve a problem. Now, here is a problem. As you know, computers cannot understand human language. That's why in today's lecture we are going to discuss what is a program, what is programming, and what is a programming language. As I told you the definition of a program is a set of instructions that tells the computer to accomplish certain tasks, and process of creating a program is called programming. Means the process by which we write or create our program is called programming. And programming is commonly referred to as coding. When we say we are programming, we also, some people say we are coding, and coding for some problems, for the solution of some problem. Purpose of programming is a process of designing and building an executable computer program to accomplish a specific computing result. This is the purpose behind the programming. In programming, it's a process we design and build computer programs that are executable by any computer or electronic device. Programming involves following tasks such as analysis of the problem, and after analysis of the problem, next is generating algorithm. What's a algorithm? Algorithm is a finite set of steps to solve a problem. So after we generate algorithm, then we profile our algorithms or we formalize our algorithm. Next task that is involved in programming is accuracy and resource consumption. Accuracy means how accurately the algorithm will solve our problem and what resources will be needed to accomplish our task. In the last, the implementation of algorithm in a chosen programming language. Now you can see from here the word programming language. Let's suppose you have defined and decided your algorithm for the solution of a problem. Now the other problem is to write that algorithm in any of the existing programming language, as computer doesn't understand human language. With the help of programming language, we provide instructions to the computer, and those instructions are translated by the programming language into machine code that is readable by the computer hardware, and then computer hardware execute those instructions. Now what's a programming language? Before going to discuss programming language क्या है, सबसे पहले हमें देखना चाहिए how two people communicates with each other. For the communication of humans, they use human understandable languages like English, Arabic, Urdu, and any other, French, Spanish, etc. etc. They use these languages for the communication purposes. Similarly, computer also uses different programming languages for the communication with the human being and the computer. Now formally check what is the definition of a programming language. A programming language is a notation or vocabulary and syntax for writing programs to perform specific tasks. Now as in English, it provides a lot of vocabulary, it provides lot of grammar rules to convey something, to write something. Similarly, programming languages also provide some notation or vocabulary and syntax, in simple words, rules for writing sentences as English. Similarly, a programming language provides rules for writing instructions that tells the computer to do some tasks. The term programming language usually refers to high-level languages. What do we mean by high-level language? Any language that is very close to human language and generally understood by human being are called high-level languages. As I previously told you, these high-level languages will be compiled or translated into machine language by the compiler of that particular programming language. Following are the examples of few of the existing programming languages. Number 1, basic, C++, Java, C, COBOL, Fortran, Pascal, Python, Visual Basic and C Sharp. These are few of the examples of existing programming languages. Now, to better understand, we are describing two major components of each of the existing programming language. Number 1 is unique set of keywords. As I told you, programming language is a notation or vocabulary. This is what unique set of keywords. These keywords are only understood by the programming language, and these keywords have specific meanings. In the coming lecture, we will discuss it in very much detail. Similarly, a special syntax for organizing program instruction. What is a syntax? Syntax is the arrangements of words in English language. Similarly, here syntax means arrangements of different symbols or different words to write instruction. To better understand syntax, let's check the example of an email address. My email address is fayaz.muhammad@ue.edu.pk. Now it's very much clear. We are using the domain name in the last and identifier name is in the start, and in middle of this email address is @ symbol. By seeing any of the word or any of the phrase written in this form, we come to know this can be an email address. Similarly, the addresses of the websites generally starts from http or https:// then the name of the domain. This is a simple example of syntax, how we can write an email address. Now in the following we are going to discuss the top programming languages in the 2017. This ranking is done by IEEE Spectrum and it is called IEEE Spectrum Interactive Ranking. As you can see, there are top 10 languages: Python, C, Java, C++, C Sharp, R, JavaScript, Go, Swift, Ruby. And in the next column you can see the types of the application for which these programming languages can be used. For example, Python is generally used for web-based and enterprise or desktop application. C is mostly used for desktop application and embedded application and mobile apps. Similarly, Java is mostly used for web-based application and mobile application and desktop application. Here you can see few of the languages are only used for two types and few languages are used only any of the three types out of 4 existing major types of application. In this ranking, C Sharp is at 5th level and Python is at top. Why it's at top? The reason is its spectrum of the application means it is mostly used for web-based application and desktop application. Now in 2018, what are the top 10 languages? Similarly, Python is at the top. Now see the difference between 2017 and 2018. Here Python is used, or its spectrum is for web-based and desktop or enterprise application. But now in 2018 its spectrum also includes embedded application. Again C# is on 5th level in 2018 and its spectrum is web-based application, mobile application, enterprise or desktop application. Now what is the latest ranking of top programming languages? This is again IEEE Spectrum Interactive ranking for 2019. As previously Python is at the top and now C# is at 7th level, and you can see there is a change from the previous years. C# is now used for all of the spectrum of applications, either web-based or mobile application or desktop or embedded application. In these top 10 languages, C# is the only one language that is used for the whole spectrum. It means C# has a lot of applicability in the commercial world. Now it's up to you कि आपने किस तरह की लैंग्वेज को चूज करना है. किसी भी लैंग्वेज को चूज करने के लिए 2-3 पॉइंट्स हैं. देयर आर 2-3 की पॉइंट्स कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you consider on which computer it will to run and what sorts of program you are going to write using that particular language. And number third most important is the expertise of the programmer. If any of you is expert in Java or Python and you are required to write web application and your expertise in Python and Java, then ultimately you prefer the Python or Java. Similarly, if you are proficient in C# and you are required to write an application for mobile, then you will prefer C# language. Now if you know the basic elements of any of the existing programming language, then you can execute that language very well and you can write efficient programs. And the learning of basic elements of any programming language are also important for learning any other languages, because most of the existing languages are similar to each other and provides similar construct or similar control structures, similar statements with different syntax, with different grammars or rules. That's why if you have a solid understanding of basic elements of any programming language, then you can easily move towards any other language. Now let's check what are the basic elements of any programming language. Computer programming language are also made of several elements. Following are some of the most common basic elements for all the programming languages. Number 1, programming environment. It means where you will write your program, compile your program and execute your program and debug your program. Next is what is the basic syntax or grammar rules for writing instruction or statement. Third is data types, numbers, characters, strings. Similarly, You must have a solid, if you have, you must have solid concept of variables. Variables are used to store data that a program will process. Keywords, these are reserved word. They have special meaning for the language or compiler. Next, basic operators. For example, plus, minus, multiplication, division, or simply addition, multiplication, division, remainder, quotient. And next is expression. What are expression? Expression are used to evaluate uh, some value. And assignment statements, you should know what are assignments. Assignments are used to assign data or values to variables. Similarly, decision making, generally programs follow top to bottom, but if you want to execute few of the statements conditionally, then you will use decision making construct. Next is the loops. Let's suppose you want to repeat some line of instruction, some statements again and again, or 5 times or 10 times, then you use loops or iterative construct. Next is the functions or methods. What are functions and methods? These are the collection of all above defined basic elements. They are used for the reusability purposes and makes a program more modular. Next, data structure. Let's suppose you have to store a list of your contacts. How will you store your list of contacts, and how will you add elements or remove elements from that list of your personal contacts? Last is the program. Program is set of instruction that is written or created by using all of the above common elements. Again, I am repeating, if you know these concepts very well, then you can easily learn any new language. Now let's see what is .NET and C Sharp. What is the relationship between .NET and C Sharp? In our previous lecture, we discussed what is .NET platform and .NET framework. Now we are again repeating it here. .NET is a platform to create different types of applications. Means application can be desktop or enterprise, web-based application, mobile application, or embedded application. .NET supports many programming languages. Means you can use various programming languages to execute your programs using .NET. And C Sharp is an elegant and strongly typed object-oriented programming language that enables the developers to build a variety of secure and robust applications that run on the .NET framework. Now, what do we mean by strongly typed language? A strongly typed language is one in which each of the data, such as integer, character, and decimal or any other, is predefined as part of the programming language, and all constant or variables defined for a given program must be described with one of the data types. Means you cannot use a variable without its data type. It means you are required to develop variable before using in your program. Similarly, C Sharp is an object oriented. What do you mean by object oriented? An object, as you have also learned the concepts of object oriented programming in your previous courses. it provides lot of feature. For example, it provides the concepts of encapsulation, information hiding, inheritance, and polymorphism. These concepts enhances the reusability of the application. Again, we repeat the definition here. What is the description of C# language? C# is an elegant and strongly typed object-oriented programming language that enables developers to build a variety means different types of secure and robust program that run on the .NET framework. .NET framework and C# makes easier to develop application. As we previously discussed in the lecture of .NET framework, that it provides lot of services, lot of support to build, debug, to write, to edit applications. Now, when to use C#? C# is used for the following types of language, for the following types of applications. Number one, desktop application, previously told, mobile application, web services, websites, IoT, games, virtual reality, VR, database application, and much more. There is a vast list of application that can be developed using C# language. Now, why to use C# language? These are the few of the reasons why we use C# language, as it is one of the most popular language in the world, and a large community of developers, web developer, desktop developer, or either mobile developer are supporting it, as nowadays .NET framework is open source. Number two, it's easy to learn and simple to use. Why it is easy to learn and simple to use? Because C# is close to C or C++ and Java. That makes it easy for programmers to switch to C# or vice versa. If you have learned C#, then you can easily move to use Java, as it is C# is an object-oriented language which gives a clear structure to program and allow code to be reused, and reusability always lower development cost, testing time, and so on. Now let's see what is the relationship between C# code file, .NET framework, class libraries, assembly, and common language runtime when we execute an application that is written in C#. You can see from this, source code is written in C#, and this source code is compiled into MSIL, Microsoft Intermediate Language, with the help of now you can see C# code is written, and the C# source file is provided to C# compiler. That C# compiler, language specific compiler, converts or creates an exe or DLL file, that is also called managed assembly, in the form of Microsoft Intermediate Language. Then this intermediate language, along with the metadata, along with other references, are loaded by common language runtime. And that .NET framework, what it does, it checks with the help of common language runtime if the application is fulfilling the security requirements, then it calls just-in-time compiler, and that just-in-time compiler compiles that intermediate language code into machine code, and that machine code is provided to the operating system for the execution, and CPU executes your instruction written in C# source file. This is the relationship between .NET framework and C# source code files or C# programming files, as we also discussed this process in our last lecture. Now in today's lecture, as I told you in the start, that we will create a project or working example in C#. Now following are the steps to create a new project. For the creation of a project using C# language or an application using C# language, there are various tools in the market. Even we can use Notepad editor to write our C# code, but we will use Visual Studio provided by .NET framework, as Visual Studio provides a lot of support for editing, writing, editing, and compiling, executing, and debugging and deployment of your application. Let's start. What are the steps in creation of a new project? We will start Visual Studio. This screen will appear in front of you, and we will select create a new project. After selecting create a new project, this screen will be displayed in front of you, that is providing various types of information. Here we will select only console app. You can select any other type of application, any other language, or any other platform, or any other project type, but as we are going to write our first application, we will select console a app.NET Core. After selecting this, we will click next and configure your new project. This screen will be in front of you. In the configure your new project window, type or enter hello world in the project box, then choose create. This is the screen in front of you. Here you are providing the name of your project and the location where you want to store it for future use. We are selecting the default location, and then we will press the create button. After clicking create button, this Visual Studio environment or code editor will be in front of you. Here you can see various parts of the Visual Studio: menu bar, solution explorer, property explorer, and code editor. In the code editor, there are predefined, this is the predefined template for creating first application, and in coming session we will discuss in very much detail all about these elements of our first application. Now checks this application in execution. Let's start our first tutorial to write a C# console application. As I told you the steps for the creation of the console application. Now for the time saving purposes, I have pinned the shortcut of Visual Studio .NET on taskbar. Here first of all we will click Visual Studio 2019. Now Visual Studio is starting, and as I told you, this will be the first screen displayed in front of you. Here what will you do? You will select create new project, and now the cursor is blinking on open recent project or open recent any of the other application, but we are creating new application, that's why we are starting create new project. Here we clicked create a new project. After clicking that create new project, this will be in front of you, create a new project, and it is asking the type of the project you want to create with Visual Studio. Here we will select console app .NET Core. After selecting it, it will be highlighted, and then we will click next. But before clicking next, you can see it is providing C#, Linux, Mac OS, Windows console, but our purpose is to create console application. Then we click next. After clicking next, it is asking the name for the project. We are providing the name as Hello World, and this is the location. You can change this default location to any of your secondary storage. Now I am going to click the create button, and it is giving us a message the project cannot be created because another project already exists in the folder. For testing purposes, I created first of all the Hello World application. Now if I change the location, then it will easily create the new project. Here I created a folder console app and selected this folder for the R project. Now I clicked select folder, and now the project will be stored at that location. Now I clicked create button. After clicking create button, now as you are seeing, creating project Hello World is started. Microsoft Visual Studio is creating template for the project. Now you can see this is the template provided by Visual Studio for your first console application. Now let's start this application. The application can be started by clicking this green button here, run button, with the name of Hello World. Now I clicked it. When I clicked it, it is compiling and executing, and this is the result of execution of the program. It is displaying Hello World, and next it is demanding press any key to close this window. This is the default behavior of Visual Studio for your first application. In the next session, we will discuss the components and or elements of C# program. Let's revise what we have discussed in today's lecture. In today's lecture we learned what is a program, what is programming, and what is programming language. Then we discussed the basic elements of any programming language. After that, we have discussed .NET and C Sharp. What is the relationship of .NET and C Sharp? Why we use C Sharp and when to use C Sharp. After discussing, we created our first application using Visual Studio 2019, that is Hello World. I think so you have learned something new that will be helpful for the fulfillment of the objectives of our project. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.